Very good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another edition of Something for the Weekend. My name's Martin Lynch, the Governor. I know you haven't seen me for weeks and weeks now. In fact, probably the last time you saw me was at the Newark Hamfest. That was good, wasn't it? I'd like to thank everybody in the hundreds that came over to our stand. There were 8 or 9 of us at the show in Newark nearly a month ago. In fact, by the time you watch this, it'll be about 3-4 weeks. We had a fantastic show. I hope you enjoyed it. You certainly were there for hours and hours, and a lot of you I saw for 2 days. So thank you once again for the support. All of us really enjoyed it. And it made all the effort of getting all that kit up there and back, or not so much coming back, I'm pleased to say, worthwhile. On from there, a couple of weeks later, of course, for 25-30 years, I've been sponsoring the RSGB convention. It used to be called the HF convention originally when it was in Old Windsor. It's now in Bedfordshire, Milton Keynes. And again, hundreds and hundreds of you came along to the lectures and everything over a 2-3 day period, and had the DX dinner in the evening and all the rest of it. We're going to continue sponsoring it. It's not a big selling exercise. It's basically supporting the hobby, especially the HF side, as well as all the VHF and everything else that the RSGB convention now encompasses. So thank you very, very much for the support. And it was great seeing some old faces. We're all getting older, aren't we? But we're all still there, or most of us anyway. So thank you for that. Right, second-hand gear and used gear. I'll just mention the Flex before I do, because I'll forget. If I wait to the end, I won't remember. The Flex 8600 series, which everybody's waiting for, is due late 2024, as it says on the little leaflet there. We're actually getting the Flex 84 and 86s in without the screen in a few weeks' time. So Christmas presents come early, maybe. So if you've been waiting for the 8600 series, and I know there are a few of you, because several of you came up to me at the RSGB convention and at Newark show, then grab one of these. I know we've got quite a reasonable list anyway. And if you want to buy one without the screen, you can always add the Maestro, of course, because guess what? We've got those in stock as well. Remember, ML&S are the sole distributor of Flex in the UK. Which is nice, isn't it? Right, used equipment, lots and lots, I'm pleased to see. FTdx101MP, the Yaesu base station flagship, 200 watts. I still love the way these are made. And a certain person, several people in Devon, keep telling me how happy they are with them that purchase them from me. And they keep banging on about the receiver. Yes, the receivers are very, very good. Yaesu once again have bought a beautiful piece of kit to the market. Used one at 3,600 quid in stock. We've got new, of course, available. Kenwood TS-590 from one end of the spectrum to the other. We won't have these back in stock new till March, April next year, I understand. However, we have got some used ones at a big saving off new price. And if you buy one of these from us, because again we are the sole authorised distributor of Kenwood electronics, or JVC Kenwood in the UK for ham radio, we will offer 12 months parts and labour warranty on any of our used 590 SGs. So pay the sticker price and get 12 months parts and labour warranty anyway. And I have to say, whilst the 590 has been out for quite a long time, I actually stuck an aerial in one earlier, just to remind me.
Okay, you're coming with a very strong fuel speaker. Yeah, from Santiago 729. 729 is your signal here in the south.
Typical Kenwood, good audio. Easy to use. You haven't got to keep picking up the manual to use a TS-590. So if you are looking at getting back into amateur radio, or your old 101ZD's gone bang, or whatever you're still using, getting the most out of it, then consider the TS-590. It's typically over-engineered, as most of Kenwood products are. Back to used again. Start at this end now we're up this end of the display. Yaesu FT-991A in absolutely fantastic condition. HF6, 70 and all the rest of it at £1,049. And whilst we're there, so consider that, nice shack in a box really with that. Shack clocks. I can't tell you how many all of us handed these out at the Newark show. When we went to the RSG convention a few weeks later, we'd run out, much to everybody's annoyance. They are back in stock in red and green. We've got both flavours. So if you are interested in one of the ham shack clocks, 28 quid. We get one of those in the postie plus postage and packing, of course. So they're now finally back in stock. There's a rare beastie, the Icom IC-7200. That is the ruggedized answer to the FT-897 that Yaesu bought out. And Icom bought this out. These were very, very expensive new. Twin passband tuning again. Good old Icom have been using this for years. That's a nice basic machine to use, but ruggedized. 699 quid. Talking about FT-897s, the FT-897D, i.e. the last of the series, there's a basic one there with a box and lead and mic and all the rest of it for $799. Good HF and 6 metre and 2 metre transceiver and 77s of course. Next to it, the good and trusty FTdx1200, HF and 6. Nice big format rig. I prefer to sit in front of big rigs like this, even though I'm using an FTdx10 at home, FT710 rather at home. But the FTdx1200, 699 quid, 12 volts input, and a nice, you know, easy to use direct access to the bands you're using, shift and width control as well, good easy notch to use, auto peak filter for CW, nice machine. Something completely different, AR5000D or 5700D, the all band, all mode receiver from AOR. Very, very expensive these are new. Generally get into the commercial purchasers. They're the ones who normally buy these off us in quite good numbers as well. I won't say a snip, but a big saving over new at 3,300 quid. Next to it, another 897. There's one here. There's one there as well, Henry, on the top shelf with the power supply. The FP30, that bolts underneath. So you just take the blanking, you know, the bottom plate off. That slides in, very neat, you know, and that was a switch mode supply for $899. And over on the left-hand side, there's another one for the same money. But instead of the power supply, so you've got a power supply at home, have a look at that one, and you've got the LDG tuner on the side. Next to it, a radio that I've sold so many of. It enabled me to feed me and my family for quite a few months at weekends with hot meals. I'm talking about the FT-817. We all know what it is. They bought out a run-out FT-818 and jazzed it up a bit. But the 817 is what made Yaesu certainly have more coffers in their bank account and tens of thousands of radio amateurs very, very happy. In my hand is a 160 metre to 70 cm all mode, all band transceiver. Soon to be replaced actually. Watch this space, beginning of next year, the new Yaesu all singing, all dancing transceiver. And when they stop making the 818 version, I wrote to Japan and said, you've got to bring a replacement out, don't leave us in limbo. But you can pick a second hand one of those up in lovely condition for £470. FT-817, do love them. I've got one at home somewhere, not even an ND, a very early one. Talking of more basic radios, FT-450D, HF and 6 meters. We were demonstrating this to a customer this morning who's looking at getting into amateur radio, and it just reminded me of how simple it is to use and how good the audio is, and it's just easy. You've still got the shift, you haven't got the width control, but you've got the shift here. £599 and a massive big sort of photochromic white on black display, so extremely easy to read. If your eyes are getting a bit dodgy, then consider the 450. Yaesu FT-891, they stopped making the predecessor, which had all bands on it, and reintroduced it, unfortunately without 270 on it. But this is the HF version, 6 meters and HF. This head comes off, so you can remote head it in the car. Alternatively, what a lovely neat 100 watts out of this little box on HF. Nice machine. Be interesting to see how the new one competes with that. Another 590 here, a 590S. It hasn't got the G prefix, so it hasn't got the enhanced menu display. Is there any difference in performance? I don't think there is, but wow, what a difference in price. 699 quid. That really is a bargain for a 590. Same chassis and front panel layout as the SGs. Don't forget Icom, good old IC-7300. Just keep selling these. Icom just keep coming out with amazing equipment. And I see that the chairman, managing director and sales director of Icom UK were over at the factory a few weeks ago, and lovely photographs of Mr. Inouye, the founder of Icom, and indeed Dave Stockley, the chairman of Icom UK together. Mr. Inouye's in his, I think he's in his 90s now, so it was really great seeing both of them together and shaking hands. So that's a 7300 at 949 HF and 6 meters. IC-7100, again still manufactured, a bit like Yaesu with the FT-817. Nobody bought anything out to compete with this. You could argue Kenwood sort of did with the TS-480, but the 7100 really is every band from top band to 10 to 70, including 6 meters. You have this sitting on your tabletop, and then you have a remote lead off to the body of the transceiver. So if you're stuck for space, that is a great option. 899 quid. I think they're £1,400 now. Palstar, great tuners, very expensive new now. The AT1500 at 450 quid. That really is worth considering if you're still using a manual tuner in the shack. And next to it, an IC-737A. I remember selling these in several shops ago in one of my London shops. Nice HF transceiver, easy to use, no 6 meters. 6 meters wasn't really popular in these days. Again, direct band and frequency access in a keyboard on the front. Nice receive performance and 12 volts operation. Used a Flex 6600, computer controlled SDR at 3250, and underneath a superb FTdx5000MP. The one that we had queues of people at the HF convention many years ago. Literally, they launched it, they got them all over to me the weekend of the HF convention, and people came to the show and picked them up. And I'll never forget that weekend because it was great. I've never sold so much HF kit in my life as we were when they launched that at the HF convention. Yeah, we've already spoken about that. 101 second-hand tuners, LDG, the YT1200, specifically made for the the FT-1200. If you've got one of those in the shack, another 590S above for 799s. That's in obviously slightly better condition than the other one. Another one with the voice module at 950. So if you're short-sighted or partially sighted or blind, that may well appeal to you. Another 817ND at only 425. I mean, this is handheld money. In fact, you'd spend more than that buying an Icom 52 or indeed the Kenwood transceiver. Yeah, it's a little bit marked, but £400. That's a good price. Another 590SG, and as I say, we are offering 12 months parts and labour warranty. If you like Elecraft, a K3 at 1100 quid with the matching P3 sitting next to it, the pan adapter at £549. Lots more to go on. I could be here for ages and ages talking about all this, but come down and see us. In fact, you get your diary out or scribble it all over the fridge. 30th of November. So that's only 30 days away, isn't it? If you're watching this when this is first broadcast, our open day. It's the hog roast without the hog. You know why there's no hog? There's £2,500 for me to buy a hog. It just doesn't work. So, however, you're still getting hot food, hot drinks and coffees, teas and biscuits and cakes and God knows what else for nothing. And all this lot, the prices are marked down. And as for all the news kit, you won't believe the prices. So please come down and see us on our open day. Doors open at 8 o'clock, 8:30. Come down. You can turn up earlier because we'll let you in. And basically the doors will shut when the tills, I can't hear the pinging noise of the tills anymore. And don't forget our 40 fines, by the way. Yes, we're still feeding it. We had a gentleman in here a few days ago that went berserk and bought half a kit. However, we've just had another load of it, which is all stuck in the sales office at the moment. We can barely move in there, and that'll all be spread all around here. So if you're looking for 40 fines, come along, have a look at it, have a fiddle with it, make us an offer and stick it in the boot of your car and drive away. So that's 40 fines as well. See you on the 30th of November. But Tony will be back here next week, or Gary, or one of the other guys. And I will definitely be here on the open day. So look forward to seeing you all then. Thanks for tuning in. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.